We have done the breakout 11 of the tournament. We have done the worst 11 of the tournament. So now it's time to do the best 11 of the tournament. So there's 11 positions in this, 11 obviously. And we're going to be going one by one from who I think was the worst of the best to the best of the best. So I've got my list right here. And if I can get to it, we're going to be starting with our right back position. We've got left back position first. So at left back, we have someone from the winning team, Cucurella. He eats a... Yeah, I hope you said it at home. Anyway, so yeah, Cucurella, obviously, he didn't really get much action out of his hair this World Cup. Bit disappointing. I definitely wanted to see it get pulled. Actually kind of surprised that none of the Argentinian players pulled his hair. Can't lie. But yeah, Cucurella didn't have the best World Cup, but out of all the left backs, he definitely probably had the best, I'd say. Which is obviously why I'm putting him in this list. He didn't have any outstanding moments, but he was part of that defense that conceded 1 goal in the tournament. So how can I not put him here? And speaking of, Spanish fullbacks, we have Pedro Porro, who honestly no one would have thought would be in this list because he plays for Tottenham. But yeah, he definitely deserves it. He scored 2 goals, the 2 first international goals of his career, and they were both very important goals. But other than goals, he again contributed to that Spain defense. But he also contributed to the attack as well, where he definitely came in clutch a few times. And honestly, where are we going to go next? I think we're actually going to go to the cam position because although I do think he had a good tournament, I also think he had a bit of an overrated one. And that is Michael Elise. Now, I do love Elise. I think he's a very, very top player. But conversations do have to be said. He had 20 shots overall. And in that third place game especially, he probably had 5 chances where he could have scored. Yet, in the entire tournament, this is how many goals he scored. A fat 0, bro. He scored 0 goals. Yeah, he did break the assist record, getting 7 assists. But when you've got Mbappe, that's what, kind of expected. But yeah, I think Elise did have a disappointing tournament, but he also had a very good tournament. Who else are you going to put in the cam position? Not Bruno Fernandes. But who are we going to put next? Well, I think, honestly, we're going to be putting the 2, centre-backs. The first one is Laporte. Laporte, bro, who would have thought? I didn't even think he should be starting in this World Cup. I thought, why are they not, calling up Dean Huijsen? He should definitely be starting, in the Spain defense. But no, they bring in Laporte, who in fairness did have a good Euro. But I don't know, I just didn't expect him to play, let alone be this good in this World Cup. He and, well, I guess we'll just put him in because we know who else is going in this. We've got a young player of the tournament who definitely deserves that award, Pau Kubasi. Kubasi, everyone says how good Lamine Yamal is at 19, but everyone seems to forget about Kubasi. He's the same age, and honestly, no, I was about to say he's better, but obviously, no, he's not better. But Kubasi, exceptional tournament, man. A lot of people, do not talk shit about him, but do underrate him just because of how many goals, Barcelona concede. But that is not this guy's fault. That is Hansi Flick's system. And Kubasi, he is genuinely one of the best centre-backs in the world, and I think this tournament has definitely cemented that. And I think we are going to go into another award winner, and that is going to be Unai Simon. So you could argue that he doesn't deserve to be on this list because, he only made 10 saves all tournament. Emi Martinez made, more saves than that in the final. But he did everything he had to do. He, conceded 1 goal. I know he didn't concede many shots, but no team even came close to conceding 1 goal, really, did they? So yeah, Unai Simon, you're definitely gonna be my goalkeeper of the tournament. And now we have 5 more positions to fill, and I think honestly, just looking at the list right here, the next worst player, in this list, which, isn't saying much because, they're all, great. That's why they're here. It's going to be the player that won best player of the tournament, Rodri. Rodri, yes, he did have a very good last 3 or 4, games. But honestly, he was nowhere the first, 3 games. Maybe even the Austria game he didn't even, play exceptionally. Yeah, he won the World Cup. Yeah, he won player of the tournament. But did he really win player of the tournament? I think Messi deserved it. Maybe Mbappe did as well. But I think the only reason they didn't give it to Messi is because, they didn't, want, the storyline of, FIFA, dick riding Messi, basically. So I think that's why they gave it to Rodri instead. And, I guess I've already got his name out of the way. We're going to put Messi here. Messi, great tournament, carried Argentina on his back. I wasn't a big Argentina hater coming into this tournament. I think I forgot about, last time. But no, this tournament, especially the last, game, I now despise Argentina and half their players, bro. They're so dirty. Messi, thankfully didn't get involved in that. He doesn't have to, and I feel like no one's really going to touch him anyway. He could probably, punch every Spanish player in the face and they wouldn't do anything, to be fair. Anyway, Messi got 8 goals, and I think it was 2 or 3 assists in the end. Definitely could have been more if, the other Argentinian players, wanted to score, in those first 2 games. But yeah, Messi, I didn't think he was going to do good at this World Cup, but he proved me wrong, and I think so many others as well. And I think he's definitely, an outside shout for, a top 10 in the Ballon d'Or this season. And now, you have 3 more positions left. The first one is going to be Bellingham. So, I'm not, his biggest lover, not as much as this guy here, but I think Bellingham played a very big role in this tournament for England. Every goal he scored felt like it was important. It was 2 goals against Norway, 2 goals against Mexico, a goal against Panama, and, he sealed, a goal, sealed the win against France in the 3rd place game. But yeah, Bellingham, bro. He, had a bit of a disappointing season this season with Madrid, but this tournament reminded everyone of why he is the best midfielder in the world. Bellingham, bro, you're just different. And speaking of different, we're going to have Erling freaking Haaland as our striker. I said he was going to win the Golden Boot. He was, pretty close. He scored 7 goals. If, Norway did play a few more games, I think he definitely could have got that, award. But yeah, Haaland still played like an absolute madman. Scored so many goals. That Brazil game, bro. Played so brilliantly. Those 2 goals were both very good. Especially that second goal. Honestly, that second goal might be goal of the tournament. I can't think of any other goals that I think I preferred more. Just so, nonchalant about it, but, placed it perfectly into the corner. Absolutely love that goal. And a lot of people absolutely love Haaland now as well, because he's just blown up this tournament. Obviously, he's been a big player, the last 5 years, but now the whole world knows him, even the Yanks. And now we have a player who didn't really play left wing at all in this tournament, which is a bit weird because, of what he's, been through the last 2 years and all the conversations around him not playing well because he can't play on the left. But anyway, that is Kylian Mbappe, who you could argue was player of the tournament. I'd say second, just behind Messi. He as well got 8 goals. No, he got 10 goals. What am I talking about? He got 10 goals in this tournament. Obviously, 2 of those goals were meaningless, in the 3rd place game. But he still got 10 goals and came pretty close to beating the all-time goal record in World Cup history. Well, I should say for one tournament, because he did break the all-time World Cup goal-scoring record, which is quite crazy for your 3rd World Cup. I can't lie. Mbappe, I think he's got, is it 22 goals he ended on? I can't exactly remember. Maybe 24. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This guy was a joke. the only real bad game he had was against Spain, but the whole French team pretty much just didn't show up that game. So you can't really put that all on Mbappe. But yeah, this is our team of the tournament for the 2026 World Cup. And I think it's pretty uncontested. Maybe you could argue one of these Spanish players could be replaced with someone else. But I think from the midfield onwards, you can't really argue anyone else. So yeah, this is the last World Cup video I'm planning on making, unless I have any other ideas or you guys give me some ideas in the comments. But yeah, other than that, I'm not really too sure what I'm going to upload next, but we'll see what happens. See you later, alligators.